What up guys, how you guys doing? I'm Talis and we're back with another how to slice. In today's how to slice video, we're going to be checking out some awesome Old West guns. So let's go to the video. So this is the Colt 1878 coach gun. So let's take a look. In this video, we're going to be checking out the best print settings to print it. So as you can see, we got multiple models right here. So there are a bunch of tiny pieces and all of these parts are going to be printed with the same print settings. So let's go to the print configurations. Right here in layer height, we're going to be printing this model at 0.2 millimeters. This is a good balance between quality and time of print. So you're going to have a good quality print with the fast. So you're going to have at 0.2, you're not going to be reducing this value nor increasing it. So you're going to have a fast base print. Because if you reduce this value, we're going to have more layers to print, so it's going to take more time. At the standard 0.2 millimeters, you're going to get a good quality print and with a not too long print time. Right here in vertical shells, we're going to be printing at 3 perimeters, so we can have a really rigid part, so it's not going to break while we're playing with the gun. Over here in infill, we're going to be increasing to 10% just so we can get a really rigid model and really dense one. Right here on fill pattern, we're going to be printing at gyroiding fill pattern because it prints in waves. So your printer never goes on a straight line while printing the infill. That decreases the chance of your print failing while printing the infill. Going over to skirt and brim, this model does not need any brim. So let's take a look. Brim is a really nice feature, especially for this smaller parts, to have a better bed adhesion. So what is a bed adhesion? Right here, as you can see, this is the surface of contact to the build plate. So as you can see, this is a really big surface of contact to the build plate, especially this model is really it's not really tall. So this is really tall and it doesn't have the best bed adhesion, right? Best build contact to the build plate, but we're gonna have a good bed adhesion right here because there is a solid part of contact. On smaller pieces, as you can see, we do not have the best area of contact, as you can see on this mechanism. So sometimes your print can unstick from the build plate. This is where it comes the brim. So a brim is a really nice feature to increase this area, so it creates a bigger area of contact. To this model, we do not need any brim because we were able to print without any brim, but there are some tips to help with bed adhesion. So to make sure that your prints do not unstick from the build plate, especially on this smaller parts right here, you can be printing them all in the same build plate. And what I would recommend is to always clean your build plate before printing. So remove all of the dust and oils from your finger that are on the build plate because that impacts a lot the bed adhesion. It's gonna make sure that your prints not unstick from the build plate and fall off or any of that. Just make sure you got a really clean build plate and your printer is really well leveled, because if it's not leveled, you're not gonna have a good first layer, and the first layer is the most important layer because all of the other layers are gonna go on top of that one. So make sure you got a good first layer. So these are really nice tips for bed adhesion. So this model does not need any brim to print. So going back, we're not gonna be adding any brim, but if you're uncomfortable with it, you can be adding a brim on your own or adding a tiny layer, so a really fine layer of glue stick just to help with the bed adhesion. Right here on support material, this model does not need any support material because it is optimized for printing. So all of the models, they got a good, so all of the overhangs like this one, your printer can print quite fine, so you do not need to worry. With all of these parts, they're going to be printing with the same print settings and it does not need any support material. And for speed, you can be printing this model at the standard print speed, especially for Bamboo Lab printers. Right here on tall print, your printer can be printing with the standard value. Sometimes right here, as you can see on small parameters, it already reduces the speed, so we do not need to manually reduce. The standard print speed is perfect. Just make sure that the first layer right here is at a good value, it's not too fast, because as I said before, the first layer is the most important layer. So this is quite nice. Let's just slice and take a look at this build plate, but all of the other build plates can be printed with the same print settings as I have shown you right now. They're quite simple. There's no nothing really going on. As you can see, this part right here, this is the only one that has a steep overhang, but you can be printing without any worries. It's a short bridge, so you do not need to worry with that at all. All of the parts can be printed without any support. So let's slice. So as you can see, I have sliced and it looks quite nice. It's gonna take 19 hours and 31 minutes to print, and it looks fantastic. If we go down the layers, you see that we got a really nice print, a good first layer. All of the overhangs your printer can print, and it looks fantastic. If we go to speed, you see you see that it reduces a little bit of the speed on small parameters. So such as this one's right here that your printer selects as small parameters. So this looks quite nice. Grab a really nice film that you have laying around and print this model. As this model has lots of parts. Right here, you can be printing each part in a different color, so you can get a really nice end result without having a multicolor printer. So feel free to do so. So the models are ready to print. Make sure you check out stlflix.com for more models like this one, and I'll see you in another one.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Those slicing videos are an initiative from STL Academy, which is the educational project from STLFlix. So if you guys want to learn more about 3D printing, you could check our description and look at STL Academy courses. And don't forget, see you guys at the next slicing.